Everybody, in this video let us discuss how to set up a Splunk Cloud environment, and also let us discuss how to ingest files from a universal forwarder into the Splunk Cloud. Okay, so Splunk Cloud is a SaaS environment provided by Splunk itself. So Splunk always recommends Splunk Cloud, okay, apart from its traditional Splunk enterprise software. So this is because Splunk Cloud, okay, will be having ease of deployment and maintenance. First of all, okay, this means that whatever the components that you install independently in the traditional Splunk enterprise software, okay, you need not do like that. Okay, Splunk only will be taking care. Okay, so the deployment will be easy, and hence the maintenance also will be easy. That is what Splunk is saying. Okay, and again, it is easy for scalable and flexibility. Okay, it is easy to scale, and hence we will be having the flexibility. So Splunk Cloud, if you have the Splunk Cloud, right? So whatever the data that you are, whatever the ingestion rate, basically, okay, you do have, okay, automatically Splunk will be scaling up. So automatically the volume, it will be increasing or decreasing. For example, say if you have some 1 TB of data to be ingested, okay, so today, and tomorrow if you have 2 TB of data to be ingested, or 5 TB of data, suppose, okay, so Splunk automatically it will be scaling, and on the next day if it is decreasing, whatever the ingestion date, if it is decreasing, automatically the volume will be scaled down. So that kind of flexibility, the scale of that kind of scalable options and the flexibility options you do have whenever you use Splunk Cloud. Okay, and again, if you see, security and compliance is another thing that you will be having whenever you use Splunk Cloud. So security features, okay, so robust security features will be having, okay, and access controls will be having whenever you use Splunk Cloud. That's what Splunk is saying again. Okay, and again, faster time to value. So you can always have a quick access to the Splunk Cloud. Okay, whatever the Splunk Cloud setup you have, okay, you can always have a quick access when compared to the individual components that you install in your premises by using Splunk enterprise software. Okay, that is what Splunk is saying again over here. And again, access to new features and updates. So again, in a traditional Splunk enterprise software, you have to check for the new features, and then you have to upgrade. But whereas in a Splunk Cloud, what you have to do nothing, but Splunk itself will be updating, okay, the new features, whatever that it provides automatically. Okay, so that is the thing. And again, it improves the operational efficiency because the resources that are involved, for example, if you have a on-premises setup by using Splunk enterprise software, okay, so you do have several resources, right? Several people that they have to maintain. Okay, this operational burden will be basically reduced. That's what Splunk is saying. Okay, so several people have to maintain this particular Splunk environment. Okay, different components, different servers, whatever the Splunk enterprise software we do have. But whenever you use Splunk Cloud, okay, so it seizes the operational burden, okay, and improves the efficiency. Okay, so these are all the uses that you will be having whenever you use Splunk Cloud, and Splunk itself recommends Splunk Cloud. Okay, that is the thing. So now, in order to install this Splunk Cloud, what we have to do? First of all, we have to go to the Splunk.com website. Okay, Splunk.com website we have to go, and here, if you do not have the Splunk.com account over here, Splunk account, if you do not have, you have to go over here and you have to sign up. Okay, you have to sign up over here. You have to click this link, and you have to give the details, whatever it is asking, just like in any of the websites and all, just like traditional way of giving your personal details and all. Okay, so you have to fill these details, and you have to get your username and password. Okay, so once after getting that, you can always log in. So because I have already registered over here, I'll be clicking on this login link. Okay, and then I'll be providing my username and password over here. Okay, so this is my username. Okay, so now once after giving the password, we'll be logging in. So once after logging in, you have to click on this free Splunk. Okay, free Splunk. If you click on this free Splunk, See, this is what I was specifying. Okay, so in the first place itself, Splunk will be showcasing this Splunk Cloud trial. Okay, so because you have clicked on this free Splunk, it will be showcasing the Splunk Cloud trial. Okay, so this is a trial version for Splunk Cloud where you can always access it for 15 days. Okay, so and apart from that, you can search, analyze, and visualize 5 GB per day. Okay, so this is what Splunk is providing. Okay, you can always make use of that. Okay, for 15 days you can always have your trial. Okay, so in order to have your trial, what you have to do, you have to click on this start trial button. Okay, so if you click on this one, yeah, because I do have already started my Splunk trial, it is saying that you have a Splunk cloud trial already. Okay, so now once if you do not have the account, if you click on this one, it will be taken to the particular Splunk cloud interface. Okay, so if you click here, it will be taken, you can see this interface. Okay, so it will be taken to this one, and apart from this, once after seeing this, okay, so these instances, okay, so the Splunk cloud instance, it will be showcasing and it will be sending an email to you, okay, where you will be having your admin account. Okay, so admin username and password, which is encrypted password, will be having. Okay, so you can always make use of those credentials and you can always log in for the first time. Once if you log in, it will be forcefully asking you to change the password. Okay, so you can change the password and you can use the particular Splunk cloud, okay, environment. So that is what you will be having as a fresh Splunk cloud instance. If you want to access, that's what Splunk will be providing. But because already I do have the access, I have already logged in for the first time and I have already changed my password. So now what I have to do, I have to access instance, I have to save. Okay, so first time you should also use the same link, okay, or else you should also use the same button, access instance. There once you'll be seeing the particular screen like this login credential screen. Here you have to give your user, already it is logged in, so I have gone directly over here. But what it will be showcasing, so for the first time if you log in, it will be showcasing the particular login screen where you have to provide the credentials. But then it will be forcefully asking you to change the password. Once if you change the password, you will be seeing this particular screen. Okay, so this is how you will be having your Splunk setup. Okay, so Splunk cloud setup basically. Okay, and also you can always access with this URL as well. Okay, you can always copy this URL. So in the email, this URL also will be provided. Either if you want to access directly with this URL, you can directly copy this URL on the browser. Okay, and you can access the particular Splunk cloud instance. Okay, that is the thing. So now our requirement. What is our requirement? We have to install universal forwarder on any of the servers. Okay, and from that server we can always ingest the logs of that particular server into our Splunk cloud, right? That is our requirement. So in order to do that one, so in a traditional Splunk enterprise software, if you are using, what you have to do, so if you want to ingest the particular logs of a particular server, so you have to ingest the particular universal forwarder on the particular server. Then at the forwarder level, you have to go to the backend. Okay, so there you have to use either the command line interface or the configuration files, just like inputs.configuration, where you will be giving the monitor stanza, or just like outputs.configuration, where you will be specifying TCP out as the stanza and servers as the parameter. Okay, so there will be giving the IP addresses of the particular indexer and 9997 is the port number. All these details you have to give, and then you have to ingest the data into the Splunk environment, into your indexers basically. But in order to get the same data into the Splunk cloud, okay, what you have to do, just you need not go to the backend. Okay, that is the flexibility that you do have whenever you use the Splunk cloud. Okay, that is what you have to remember. Okay, and Splunk cloud itself provides a universal forwarder in the form of an app. Okay, just like how you are seeing over here on the screen. Okay, it will be providing the universal forwarder in the form of the app. So what you have to do over here, you have to click on this one and you have to follow the instructions whatever it has been given over here. Okay, so these steps you have to follow. So what this particular universal forwarder app is showcasing, it is saying that first of all you have to download the Splunk universal forwarder software. Okay, that is the first step we have to do, and you can always go to this installation instructions and you can always see the instructions as well. Okay, so if you want, you can always see. But now what we have to do right now, we have to install the particular universal forwarder software. For this sake, what I'll be doing, I will be clicking on this particular link, okay, Splunk download web page. I'll be directly going to the splunk.com website again, okay, and I'll be seeing the Splunk Universal Forwarder latest version 9.0.5. Okay, yes, this is Universal Forwarder. We can install it on any kind of operating system, but I want to install it, okay, in AWS Cloud. Okay, I'll be showing you in how to install it in AWS Cloud with Linux as the operating system and Ubuntu as the flavor. Okay, so that's why what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting Linux as the operating system over here. Okay, and I'll be selecting the 64-bit distributions. Okay, so here again in the 64-bit distributions we do have .rpm, .tzz and .deb. Okay, .rpm for Red Hat Linux kind of versions and .deb is for Debian kind of versions. But as we are going to install in the particular Ubuntu flavor, okay, so we'll be using .tzz, which are nothing but the zipped files. Okay, so you can always download this one. Okay, you can click on this particular link. If you click on this link, okay, it will be starting downloading. Okay, so this is one way of doing. You can always download this particular software. Okay, I'll be cancelling this one because already we have. You can always download this one. Okay, and then what you have to do, what we have thought, we'll be using AWS Cloud, right? We have to upload it, okay, into the AWS Cloud. That is one way of doing. Or else you can always use this wget command line. Okay, command line wget command you can always use. Okay, and you can install the software. So what is the wget command? So wget command uses the particular web servers. Okay, so wget command, it uses the particular web servers and it can directly fetch the software from there itself, not on this Splunk. In any kind of, if the nowadays the particular service providers, web service provider, they are providing the particular wget command where you can always fetch the software from the web servers itself. Okay, that is the thing. So like that also Splunk is providing, we can always make use of that one. Okay, that is the other option. So now, so in order to, so first what we have to do, so we have to, yeah, in order to do that one, so first of all we have to go to the particular AWS instance and we have to create an AWS interface and we have to create an instance over there. So in order to have our Linux machine, we have to install first of all our instance, right? So I'll be going to my AWS. Okay, this is my AWS instance. Okay, this is my AWS page where we'll be seeing all the instances over here. So let me do one thing. Let me create a new instance. Let me create a fresh instance and let us install our Splunk Universal Forwarder over here. Okay, on that particular Linux machine, and then we can start ingesting the particular log files of that machine into the Splunk Cloud environment. Okay, so in order to do that one, first of all, I have to click on this launch instances. Okay, so for my instance, I have to give a name. So what I'll be doing, I'll be giving the name as Universal Forwarder UF underscore something. Always you can use Splunk Cloud. I'll be saying S Cloud. Okay, this Universal Forwarder is for Splunk Cloud, so I'll be saying UF underscore S Cloud. Okay, so once after giving the name over there, I'll be selecting this Ubuntu. Okay, so the application AMI. Okay, Amazon Machine Image, it will be showcasing. Okay, it is very simple. In this is a new interface given by AWS. Okay, so it is very simple. You need not do anything. Automatically all the defaults you can always select. Okay, so Ubuntu you can always select, and again see the latest version. Okay, free tier eligible version we'll be seeing over here. We need not change this one. We can always use this, and again 64-bit architecture we can always make use. Okay, and again instance type t2.micro. Okay, where we'll be getting one CPU and 1 GB of memory. Okay, so this is also free tier. We can always make use of this one as well. Okay, and apart from this, okay, what we have to change right now, we have to create a key pair. Okay, we have to create a new key pair. This is the one that we have to configure. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be giving a name to this one, UF underscore Splunk Cloud, right? So that's the name we have given. The same name I'll be giving over here as well. So now if you are using either Linux or Mac machines, you can always download the PEM file. Otherwise, if you are using Windows, you can always download this particular PPK file. Okay, where you can access this particular PPK file again by using putty and all. Okay, so you might be knowing all these things. Okay, so yeah, because I'm using Mac, I'm downloading this PEM file. Okay, so what I have to do right now, I have to click on this particular create key pair. Okay, so if I click on this one, automatically it will be downloaded. Okay, so now I will be going to my networking settings, and I need not change everything. If you do not know all these network, subnet and all these things, don't worry, always keep the defaults. Okay, and again what you have to do over here, you need not do anything. Okay, one thing you have to change over here, the type. Okay, so because we have used Linux machines, okay, because we are going to install Linux machine, it is expecting that we'll be getting SSS traffic only, but it is not the case. We'll be interested in getting all the traffic over here, so that's why I'm selecting all the traffic. Other than that, okay, you can always whatever the source type may be, okay, all those things you can always keep all the defaults only. Anywhere is the source type, okay, you can always keep all the defaults. And even, okay, so this particular config volume, okay, you can always have the 8 GB of volume, which is sufficient for our demo right now. Okay, so I can always keep this 8 GB volume. Okay, and now I can click on this launch instance. If you want to check the summary, okay, details, whatever you have selected, you can check it over here. One instance we have taken. If you want more instances, you can always select more instances over here. If, for example, if you want 10, you can always select 10 instances. Okay, there is no limit. Okay, you can always select how many instances you want. Okay, but we are installing only one, right? I am selecting only one. And again, this is the particular Ubuntu version we have taken, 22.04 LTS. Okay, T2.micro is the instance type we have taken, and we have not configured the firewall, of course, but the defaults we have loaded, and 8 GB of volume we have taken. Okay, so now what I'll be doing, I'll be clicking on this launch instance so that my instance will be launched. Right, so now if I access my instance, view all instances, if I click on this particular button, see uf_s cloud is the particular instance that has created. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to install our universal forwarder software. Correct, so what are the universal forwarder software that we have seen over here? Okay, so we have to install this universal forward software in our Linux machine. What we have done, we have created a Linux machine with Ubuntu as the flavor right now, where on AWS cloud. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to check this particular checkbox. Okay, and as I'm using Mac, okay, over here what I can do, I can always connect to my Linux machine by using a SSH command directly. Okay, by using a SSH command I can always connect to my Linux machine. But always do remember, if you are going to use your Windows machine, okay, if you want to connect to your Linux machine in the cloud from the Windows, okay, so you have to use putty, and then you have to use it. Okay, so right now what I'll be doing, I'll be going to this connect button. Okay, and now I'll be copying this SSS command. AWS itself has given this SSS command for me, and I'll be copying this one. So this SSS stands for Secured Shell Script. Okay, what is that? Secured Shell Script. And this MySI is for identity. Okay, and which identity will be using? The PEM file, whatever we have created. This is the PEM file, right? So this identity will be using, and Ubuntu is the username, and this is the public DNS. Based on this public DNS only we'll be connecting. Okay, so this SSS command comprising all these particular parameters. SSS stands for Secure Shell Script, MySI for identity, and which identity is using this particular PEM file as the identity, Ubuntu as the username, and the public DNS whatever AWS has provided. So simply I will be copying this particular command. Okay, and now I'll be going to my terminal. Okay, so I'll be going to my terminal. So if you are using Windows, you have to connect through putty. Okay, so I'm not going into all those details. Okay, so cd documents / PEM files. Okay, so this is the PEM files location. So sorry, so I have downloaded the PEM file, right? It went to my downloads folder. So basically I do the habit of putting it into the PEM files folder. Okay, so this is my downloads folder. uf_s cloud is the particular name I have given. So what I'll be doing, I will be opening my documents folder. Okay, in that I do have a PEM files folder. I will be placing all my PEM files over here. Okay, it's a good practice to have all your PEM files at one place, because if you lose this file again you can't find it. Okay, so that is the reason. So I'll be putting in my PEM files location. Okay, and that's why I'll be accessing this particular folder, documents / PEM file. Now I am good to use my SSS command. Okay, so now if I paste SSS command over here, I can always use the particular command, but again I cannot directly use this one because this particular PEM file is there, right? uf_scloud.pem file. It do not have the proper permissions. Okay, so in order to have that one, I have to use chmod as the particular command, and I have to give the permission chmod space 400 space, what is the file name that we have got, uf underscore scloud, right? If I'm not wrong, this is the .pem, this is the file name, and if I press enter, okay, I'll be having the permissions for this one. So now I'm good to go with the particular sss command. Sorry, yeah, let me paste this. Yeah, this is my sss command, and now if I press enter, it will be asking me to continue, whether I continue or not. I'll be saying yes. Okay, so now I'll be connecting to my Linux machine. Okay, so this is the Linux machine. You can always check over here as well. So if you see this is how you can check. See, if I check on this one, so this is the private IP address, right? So 172.31.6.2.0.8. So if you go to the terminal again, see 172.31.6.2.0.8. So this is the IP address that I'm getting over here as well. So I can match it from here. Okay, so and I can confirm. So now we have access, we have installed, okay, the particular Linux machine, and we have accessed this one. So now what we have to do, we have to install the particular Splunk Universal Forwarder software. For that one, what we have understood that we can always take this particular wget command, right? So simply you can copy this one, okay, and now what you have to do, you have to put it in the OPT folder. Okay, I'll be going to install in the OPT folder, root OPT folder. OPT stands for other party tools. So in order to go to that one, first of all, I have to use the sudo su. Okay, superuser permissions I have to take. Okay, I'll be taking that one, and now as I specified, I'll be going to the root folder. Okay, so if you go to the root folder, if you list out the items over here, okay, in the reverse order by time, ls minus lrt if I say, you will be finding the OPT folder. This is the folder I was specifying. Okay, so here this is the other party tools folder where you can always install the third party tools. Okay, so because Splunk is a third party tool for Linux, okay, we can always install it over here. So what I'll be doing, I'll be saying cd opt over here, okay, and I'll be putting this wget command over here. Okay, whatever the wget command I have copied from the splunk.com website, I'll be putting it over here, and now if I press enter, I'll be installing this particular software. Okay, so now what has been installed, the zipped version has been installed, not the actual software. Okay, so now what I have to say, if you do ls minus lrt over here, okay, so you'll be seeing the Splunk forwarder. Okay, Splunk forwarder zipped version over here. So now we have to extract the particular software from this. We have to unzip the particular Splunk forward software. So in order to do that one, what we have to do, I have to say tar minus xvf as the command, Splunk forwarder. Splunk, you can write the short form Splunk, and you can press tab key on your keyboard so that it will be automatically taking all the name. And now if you press enter over here, so it will be downloading the particular software. Okay, so now if you do ls minus lrt again, you will be finding this Splunk software. See, it's Splunk forwarder software over here. Okay, this is the actual software. Okay, so now we have installed this one. So now what we have to do, we have to accept the license. Okay, I have to start the Splunk by accepting the license. So how I can do that one, I can always go to the particular Splunk forwarder folder, Splunk forwarder. Okay, so again in this Splunk folder we have bin folder. I can always go to this particular folder, and I can always accept the license over here. Okay, all the executions I'll be doing from the bin folder. So here also I'll be accepting the license. So what I have to say over here, what is the command? /Splunk. I have to start the Splunk, right? So I'll be starting it first of all, and then I'll be accepting the license, accept license. Okay, this is what I'll be saying. So now if I press enter, it will be asking for the username. I'll be specifying as admin, and it will be asking the password. So what password we can use? So we can always use something like I'm saying u forwarder, because I'm installing universal forwarder, right? U forwarder, u forwarder. U forwarder. Okay, forwarder. Okay, I will confirm the password forwarder, and now if you press enter, okay, it will be taking that. Okay, and now we have installed our Splunk universal forwarder on this particular Linux machine. Okay, so now what is our task? We have to send the logs of this particular Linux machine into the Splunk Cloud. Correct or not? So for that sake, again, let us go to the particular Splunk Cloud interface. Splunk Cloud interface. This is Splunk Cloud interface. What we have done right now, we have downloaded the particular universal forwarder software. Correct? So now, see, in a traditional Splunk enterprise software, if you want to do the same case, what we have discussed, we can always do that one by using the inputs.configuration file, outputs.configuration file, by giving the configurations over there, just like monitor stanja, okay, TCP out stanja and outputs.configuration file, server as the parameter. Like that, we have to use several stanjas and parameters, and then we can always ingest the particular logs into Splunk environment. But here, okay, what Splunk Cloud is doing over here, it is providing a link over here or a button over here where you can download the credentials of the universal forwarder. Whatever the universal forwarder is there, right? So that universal forwarder credentials you can always download directly. So and you can make use of this thing. Okay. So if you click on this particular link right now, it will be giving the forwarder credentials just like how we have seen in the AWS cloud. How we have downloaded the PEM file. PEM file is nothing but the credentials file. Okay. So here also in the same fashion, how AWS is giving us the credentials file. Here also Splunk is giving the credentials file. So if we can upload this credentials file into the Splunk environment, okay, into the forwarder, universal forwarder environment, into that particular server, we can always access this one and we can simply ingest the particular logs into the Splunk environment, into the Splunk Cloud environment. Okay, that is, it is so easy. Okay, we need not have the configurations and all. Okay, so now right now what I'll be doing, I'll be clicking on this particular button. Okay, so I'll be downloading this particular Splunk Cloud uf.spl file. Already I do have this file, that's why it is showing as 2. Okay, anyhow. Okay, so what I'll be doing, or else I'll be checking. Or else I'll be renaming this one, right? Okay, so what I'll be doing, I will be renaming this one as Splunk Cloud UF, because I do have already this one. Okay. Okay, so some Splunk Cloud UF is already existing. It is saying, let me check for that one. Splunk Cloud UF. Great. We have this one. Okay, so already 2 files. Maybe they are in different locations. Yeah, they're in different locations. So what I'll be doing, I'll be copying this one as well to my, okay, I'll be moving this one as well. Yeah, as it is in the downloads folder, right? I'll be moving this one as well to my PEM files location. Okay, already it is there. Okay, great. Okay, okay, stop. Okay, so not required, already it is there. Okay, so now what I can do, there is no need to transfer this one. So now I can always go to my particular Splunk, okay, Splunk interface, okay, Splunk universal forwarder, okay, backend, okay, and then I can always give the particular command. So what command I will be giving? So I can always take this one. Oh, first of all, I have to move this to the particular environment, right? So now what we are doing, we have got the particular Splunk Cloud uf.spl file. So I have to move it to the particular AWS cloud. So how I will be moving? I will be taking the help of an SCP command. Okay. So SCP command I can always use. Okay. And then I can get it into my AWS machine. Okay. Into my AWS cloud. Okay. Where my actual universal forwarder is live. Okay. So what I'll be doing over here, I have to open now another terminal right now. Okay. I have to open another terminal. And what I have to do, again I have to go to the cd document/pem files location. Okay, so now here I have to give my SCP command. So in SCP command, you can always from your local system, okay, to if you want to move it to AWS cloud, okay, so you can always move it by using an SCP command, okay. So here these are the old credentials that I am using over here. So I have to copy the new one. So for that sake, I'll be going to the AWS cloud again over here. And I'll be connecting again. I will click on connect and I'll be copying this particular public DNS. Okay, this public DNS is old because I have copied this one, right? That's what I mean. Okay, so I'll be removing this one. Okay, until here, until EC2, I'll be removing this one and I'll be pasting, okay, the new command public DNS. Okay, so that is the thing. And also here, the PEM file name is also different. I believe that the name is UF underscore S cloud. That is the name I have given. Okay, so UF underscore S cloud. This is the particular PEM file. Okay, and other things will remain intact. Okay, so Splunk Cloud UF.spl file. Okay, this SPL file whatever we have downloaded. So now we are trying to put it in the AWS cloud in our universal forwarder. Correct. So that is the thing. So and again Ubuntu is the username. So all other things are intact only. Okay. So now what I have to do, I have to press enter so that it will be going to my particular AWS cloud. Right. So it has been copied. This particular Splunk Cloud UF.spl has been copied. So let us check. Going over here. Oh, it has been timed out. Wait a moment, please. Yeah. So now if I can again access this one by using the SSS command. So sudo su I'll be saying. Okay. So where we can find this one? If I do ls-lrt. Yeah, so this is the place. Okay, because I have used it, I should have used root opt so that directly it would have gone to the root opt folder, right? This is the folder we want to move this particular SPL file. Okay, so no worries. Anyhow, we can always again move it. Okay, so this is the particular location where we have it right now. So in order to move to the root opt folder, what I have to say, I have to give mv as the command Splunk Cloud uf.spl I have to say. So where I have to move root to opt folder to this particular location I have to move. So if you press enter, so now if you do ls here, you will not find nothing. And if you say cd root opt, okay, and if you do ls over here, okay, so we'll be finding this particular SPL file over here. Okay, so now we have moved it. So now what is next step? So we have to install the particular SPL file over here. So for this one, what is the particular command? You can always use Splunk install as the command. So this is the command, and you can always use the particular command. Okay, so where you have to use this one? Not here. Okay, you have to go to the particular bin folder. All the executions you can always do it from the particular bin folder only. cd root opt, cd Splunk forwarder I have to say. Okay, and again bin folder, bin I have to say, so that I'll be going to the bin folder. So here you have to paste that particular command, and you are eligible to give that particular command from here. Okay, so /splunk install app. So which app? So Splunk Cloud.uf, Splunk Cloud uf.spl. This is the particular app, right? Where it is located? Root opt folder. Correct. So that's why I have given this path. Okay, and the credentials you can always give by specifying this one -auth, okay, as the parameter. Okay, you can always specify -auth, and you can give the credentials. Admin is the username, and password. And password. This is not password is not password. What we have given, u forwarder, if I'm not wrong, u forwarder, forwarder, u forwarder is the particular password I have given. Okay, so now if I press enter. Okay, app has been installed, it is saying, and again it is saying that you have to restart. Okay, so in order to take the changes effect, we have to restart. So what is the command? /splunk restart we have to say. Okay, /splunk restart. So now if I restart, it will take some time to restart. So once after this is completed, then what we have to do? Then we have, see, this is the thing that we have to do. That's it. Okay, we have installed the particular .spl file. Okay, what are the app that Splunk has provided for us? Splunk Cloud has provided for us. We have installed that app. That is the thing that we have to do. Okay, not more than that. Okay, so now what we have to do next? We have to just use the particular command in order to we have to use the monitor. Okay, monitor command. Okay, and we have to specify the path. What are the files that we want to move? For example, I want to move, okay, from this particular folder /var/log folder. Okay, so these particular files I want to move. So if you see, if you do ls-lrt over here, okay, see, these are all the log files that we do have. Okay, so these particular log files, if I want to forward to my Splunk Cloud, so what I have to do? So again, I can go to the particular root opt/Splunk forwarder /bin folder. Okay, so there I can use the monitor command. So I'll be copying this one from here. Okay, so and I'll be specifying it over here so that I can forward, okay, the entire path, whatever the var/log folder, whatever the log files are there, I'll be forwarding. So in order to do that one, so these are not the actual credentials. So this password I have to change, right? Admin is the username, that is correct only, but password is what? U forwarder, forwarder, U forwarder. Okay, so this is the command ./splunk add monitor. The authentication you have to give -auth, you have to specify admin : U forwarder, you have to specify /var/log, which folder we want to monitor. So this is the folder. Okay, this is the particular folder /var/log. So now if I say enter over here, if I press enter, okay, added monitor of particular /var/log files. So whether what Splunk is saying correct or not, if you want to check, what we have to do, we have to go over here. Okay, so we have to go to our Splunk Cloud instance, and now what we have to say, we have to go to this particular apps folder. We have to go to the search and reporting folder over here. Okay, and now, so we have monitor, we have put the monitor command, right? So where we have to check these things? So by default, it will be going to the main index. So you can always check in the main index. You can specify index equals to main over here. Okay, and now if you check, not for all time, you can always check for 24 hours itself. Okay, now if you press this particular search button, see, you can see the logs, okay, coming into the particular Splunk Cloud instance. Okay, so these are all the source tabs. If you want to check, okay, so if you want to check, see, these are all the various log files that we do have. Okay, earlier we have seen, right? See, auth.log. Okay, so cloudinit.log. So all these log files you can always find it over here itself. Okay, see, these are all the various logs that are coming from this particular, see, auth.log, cloudinit.log. So all these files you will be seeing, okay, whatever we have seen over there. Okay, and also host, it is showing as 3 because already I have connected other 2, okay, before connecting this particular instance. Okay, so this is how we can always install Splunk Cloud, and we can always ingest the data, okay, whatever the universal forwarder we have installed on that particular machine. Okay, we can always get the logs into the Splunk Cloud. Okay, so again we'll be meeting with another video. Until then, bye bye.